Has a rune of... No way! He sniped that with rockets! TH, Shadow Hunter, rockets, kill! FoCuS is a god! We got the tanks here though. Now the winner faces happy, and we got a first encounter between these two. Who's coming out on top? Yesterday I felt like TH didn't bring his A game, so hopefully things are looking a bit better here today for him. Hero spawns, Tinka for FoCuS versus Shadow Hunter on TH's side, and we see a map that we haven't seen in the playoffs at all. That's Tears Fall, and Tears Fall's specialty is this High Priest, because that High Priest has a rune of... No way! He sniped that with rockets! Oh my god, he gets the surround as well. FoCuS, both are blocking each other with the skeletons. Who picks up the rune of rebirth? That is such an amazing one. TH, Shadow Hunter, rockets, kill! FoCuS is a god! He's Rocket Man! Bro, switch to Quake with rockets like this! And the High Priest, the final day of M Cup couldn't start with more hype than this. Flip it, ship it, spread it all over the world. Big plays by FoCuS. Nobody could have expected him to go rockets. It's such a staple to go Pocket Factory first. But because of Tears Fall, the map, and the importance of this camp right here, he goes rockets. He has the perfect timing. I'm in love with that play right here. Jesus. Okay. We now got this High Priest, and why is this High Priest so amazing? A, it's a free unit. B, it's healing. C, it has inner fire. That was probably FoCuS' best play of the decade. In tournaments. Not exaggerating here. He opens up TH's Merc camp, which is great because the Mercs here are really powerful. Murloc goes to FoCuS as well. Jesus. Ghouls falling. Shadow Hunter in itself is an amazing hero. And with Hex, usually you should be able to get this. At least TH gets rid of it now. What an opening. I've rarely seen this build before. Rockets into factory. No engineering upgrade. Gets another surround. TH blocks himself there a little. Both are surrounded. What is happening? Rockets. No TP. He survives. Oh, almost. He gets level 3.2. We start with the rocket snipe. We continue with the double surround, double kill. Of course, he sold the TP earlier. My man. The tempo is crazy. We got the tags rolling for FoCuS. It's already done. Queuing the second hero is impossible, but you know, tech should be good. And now we'll see where this goes from here. Little bit of an advantage now for TH that his hero was so low level. So he's back in no time. He can finally catch up. FoCuS still has to wait a minute. That's a long time. But resources are very scarce at this situation. Man, we need more rockets in our life in Warcraft 3. Not in real life. Oh well, it depends. But we need more rockets in our Warcraft 3. So how fast can you creep now if you're TH? He still sees an opportunity here, and I think he's right. Double slaughterhouse. Oh, he's going Destroyer Rush, isn't he? Destroyer Rush by FoCuS. With rockets too against Ghouls. The Ghouls will just melt. Can TH get towers up?
Players' forces are under attack.
Is the question. And Fiends out. Or Darks out. Makrua's being slaughtered. Sorry. And we get some mercs here. Ooh, the mercs are slowly but steady getting more and more powerful in this game mode. So the later the game, the more powerful the units that are coming out with more abilities, Nova, Sleep, Auras, etc. And at some point they get chaos damage. So it's getting better and better and better. Still an entire level. And he's teching and expanding at the same time. TH triggers his inner Night Elf. Two very different strategies on display here now. FoCuS with the timing push. TH with an Expo. That might have been smart. It's finished now. Seems like FoCuS has a very, very good idea of what's happening, and Clockwork Goblins are amazing versus towers. What is Chaos Damage? Chaos Damage is a damage type of a unit that does 100% damage against everything. There's no reduction. Usually, like, every other damage type has a weakness. For example, piercing damage is very weak versus buildings. But Chaos Damage always gets 100% against everything. First push. Rockets miss for the first time. Second tower is up. And that tower is so good against ghouls. Shadowhunter is kind of surrounded. Shadowhunter. Tinker is kind of surrounded here. The push arrives a little bit too early. The damage is already done. Now the frenzy timing is right. Serpent Wards level 2, also very good. We get level 4 on that Tinker. Hex. But he doesn't have the damage to really threaten the Tinker. He does go engineering upgrade. Interesting. TH doubling down on the Orc heroes with the TC. Not necessarily what he wants immediately. FoCuS with a sweet ghoul surround. Love to see that. No shockwave, no storm. The Tinker next to the statue. The TC is dead. 4.2. Oh, FoCuS forgot the Ziggurat. He couldn't morph a destroyer up until now because he forgot the Ziggurat. Imagine how much harder this push would have been with a destroyer. Mamma mia. There we go. Magic damage against ghouls, untouchable, second destroyer, third destroyer. This is what he wanted to do all along. The expansion is fortified. But the main, I don't know, Kev. These ghouls on a silver platter. This Tinker can throw rockets on everything that's trying to flee. And he's just going straight for the main. He's going straight for the gold mine. We have a TP on the Tinker. There is Hex. FoCuS gotta be super careful. Wait, he might just die here if not for the TP. TH may be a little bit slow with that Hex. You could have dispelled with destroyers, of course. But that also takes some time. Tinker close to 5. But FoCuS running out of time. He's trying to expand now. That seems very late. He didn't get his objective at the bottom right expansion. He didn't get his objective in the main. TH is catching up. Turns out, income really good. Losing heroes, not so good. We got the Rocket Man level 5. What? What? He goes for a 2-2-1 build with Pocket Factory 2 instead of Rockets level 2? I mean, we're gonna get more and more and more destroyers. So maybe he thinks rockets are not great, but rockets are so good against workers and ghouls. Hopefully he didn't misclick. That'd be a shame. See, Fiend would be dead with rockets 3. It's probably still dead. FoCuS on the other side had an invisible Shadow Hunter roaming across the map, cancelling that expansion. Not much he can do about it. Shadow Hunter also got a staff. TH smart, as so often. Very good unit control in general, but of course TH throughout his career always one of the most creative players. Oftentimes winning games with his brain and not his hands. Pocket Factory 2 now. The only thing Pocket Factory gets buffed with is the explosion damage of the clockworks. So I don't think it makes much sense, but let's not harp on it. Level 2 TC, nice. Close to level 4 on the Shadow Hunter, nice. Yeah, I think that was just a misclick with how many rockets he used here. Unfortunate. Is Robo Tinker level 6 the solution? Because then he can simply clobber down buildings, bases. Maybe TH is somewhat getting ready for this already? Because he's going Temple. Temple can always be nice for Banshees with Curse and Anti-Magic. But if you encounter a Robo-Tinker, there's very few solutions to this. In all the randoms, there's a couple more, because you can get Mercenaries as well with Ensnare, and Ensnare is really good against it. But because it's mechanical, stuff like Hex doesn't work, stuff like Stomp doesn't work. So Cripple does work, though. Oh, Doom God Creep. Looking fierce. Scroll of Restoration at a mana fountain. Wow. Does a mana fountain not replenish destroyer mana? Or not enough? Interesting. Never thought about it. Scroll of Restoration on the workers? And the Destro... He just wasted one of the best items in the game and calls the game despite the amazing rockets from the first seconds, basically, of this match. TH outsmarts him. The expansion was the solution. Sometimes it's so simple. We both got our main races. Human versus Undead. FoCuS under pressure. And TH with Human is a scary, scary fella. Let's see what we do here now. TH upper left hand side with the 1. Oh! And we got FoCuS at the bottom right. Sorry, All Tower. I talked about it 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, this week. I talked about it a lot. So this very much comes down to heroes now. Usually, players like to reroll when they're orc and get a bad hero. I wonder if that's also true for FoCuS, since he's main orc. Interesting to see that FoCuS is opening up different than, let's say, a Happy or a Dice yesterday. He opens up with Grunt into Headhunter, while the others are going Grunt Opener straight with a fast tech. Yo, Pios! Nice, 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 nice. Thank you. Nice that you arrive home safely. Chat, does re-rolling the hero cost anything? The entire game gets restarted. You can do that once per series. Tinker for FoCuS again. And Panda. Okay. I hope you guys like area of effect damage, because we'll see a lot of area of effect damage. I do think Panda can carry solo. Needs some time. And it's mostly good versus headhunters. Good, of course, that orcs don't have any magic immune units. Tinker, very early harass once again. Yeah, headhunters shouldn't be great against this anymore now. On the other side, anything that TH can build is to a degree countered by a Tinker. Just because how good Pocket Factory is. Oh, he got a lasted, right? Yep, he got the little pool dweller. Another lasted. This time it shouldn't be stealable, except with the headhunter maybe? Oh no. TH is making sure he gets almost the entire camp. Make sure he gets level 2. But you see the impact of the clockworks already. For everybody not too familiar with them, they do quite some damage. More than a ghoul now, by the way. More than a ghoul! And when they die, doesn't matter if they expire or they get killed, they explode, and that explosion damage is then guaranteed.
Players' forces are under attack.
So, Pocket Factory, pretty damn good. And TH is taking quite a beating early. That's the scout tower. Oh, he got the flyer. Nice. Well, is it that nice actually? There's anti-air. Usually, the earlier you can get a flying unit, the better, because you got footmen, grunts, ghouls, right? They all can't shoot up. But in this case, with headhunters, I think we should be fine. I think we should be fine. And the pressure is immense. Thanks to the Tinker. But what do you do if your mana is out? If you're out of mana. Clarities will be there at home. But he commits hard to the tower and he gets that as well on the cost of a grunt. TH's Expo though, very much delay. The Tinker's making great progress. Can he kill him with the breath? That was... Felt like he could have punished this, but the Tinker has more movement speed thanks to the passive of engineering upgrade. So maybe Panda couldn't have caught up without boots. I guess that's what happens here. We go Beastery and then I guess tier 2 Expo, but FoCuS is an entire tech ahead. But he was an entire tech ahead last time as well. So we'll see about that. A couple of militia can't help working. Lumber is relatively low because of the new militia that was called. Does a ghoul lose a one-on-one to a clockwork goblin? Can someone figure this out?
A town is under siege.
Troll Berserker is some sweet damage output, especially against the flyer. Love that little farm here, constant control of the mercenary camp. FoCuS doesn't have that yet. He also doesn't have resources for an Expo. Dark Ranger second. Oh, very good. Very good. Up until a certain point to tier 3. But the combo of Clockworks and Black Arrow. Whee! Panda level 2. Cutting the HP in half. MW! Pokemon Snap World Champion. Thank you. So some chatter just said bad Breath of Fire now. He cut the Headhunter HP in half with 1. Just gotta position it right. Don't fall for the Remo propaganda. You just gotta aim differently.
A town is under siege.
Nice scout by TH. Oh, ho, 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 the timing. FoCuS's push is quite deadly though. Couple of mercs. Very defensive position by TH. Almost Infi-esque.
A player's forces are under attack.
But similar to what we've seen before, FoCuS, when he realizes he can't break the Expo, pivots to the main. And there's no tower here. And the floodgates are now open. And there's a bunch of workers right for the picking. And especially with the Dark Ranger. Ooh, TH, you're in a little bit of trouble. Need the next farm. He is currently supply blocked. Disease Cloud is an amazing asset to have now on the Murloc Plague Bear. Need some exquisite Dark Ranger skills now to raise the dead. This could be the end of TH then if he's losing too much here. Level 2 should be life drain these days. It absolutely is. When it was 20 years of silence, life drain is taken over, turning the Dark Ranger into a crazy good tank and a nice healer. Would love to have some AoE heal, of course, but the technology for that isn't there yet. Synergy between life drain and Black Arrow is amazing. Panda surrounded, fights out of there. Quite some losses for FoCuS though. We gotta count some workers. Panda leveling, level 4. Going for Drunken Haze and passive. But the supply might be in TH's favor. We still have so many summons though. Is this too many losses? And is this enough time for the Panda to strike back? No, probably not. TH might be giving up his main base. He might be giving up the game because the army of the dead are taken over. Who needs orc units if you can have this many skeletons? Oh my god, they're all cornered. What an invite. Up until the arms, into the arms of the Dark Ranger. This is just mass murder. FoCuS might just be willing to trade. Can he TP still? Can he take out the town hall? Close. He got it. And he saves this one, no? There's nothing really to do damage anymore. The breath, not that great. Okay, he still gets the kill. Nice surgical strikes on both sides. Main base traded for Expo. And supply is even. Heroes are strong on both sides. Question, oh, he still has 15 workers. Did he rebuild the entire time here?
A player's forces are under attack.
Could turn out to be a bit of a mistake. Tinker Dark Ranger though. They will hit very meaningful levels in very little time. TH is still tier 1. Mind you. TH is still tier 1. Gotta repeat this in all the randoms. Tech might not be that meaningful. Because you get the mercs. Oh, the flyer. Super annoying. We do have another town hall here. Would almost like to see rockets already. But then when you have to rebuy... Oh, the end snares are so good. When you just have to rebuild your expansion, you might not have the spare cash for that. Expo cancelled again. Dark Ranger gets in range for 4. And I don't think this is losable for FoCuS anymore. This was a very, very well played aggressive Tinker with a very, very, very well played aggressive Dark Ranger follow-up. Sweet synergies, good timings. And another invite for this Dark Ranger. GG! Well done, FoCuS. Nice comeback. Exactly how these cards were supposed to be played. Ultra aggro, figuring out immediately that TH wants to expand because humans always expand. And the Tinker is pretty damn sick. While we load into game 2, shout out to the sponsor of this month, Opera GX, the browser built for gamers. If you're playing yourself, you don't want your browser to clog up all the resources for your CPU and RAM or your network. Opera GX takes care that that doesn't happen. If that sounds appealing to you, you can find the link to the browser, our affiliate link to the browser, in the description. Thank you very much for the attention, and off to the next game. TH, what you got? Mountain King, potentially good, and Beastmaster by 4. Interesting setup. I don't think anybody is like entirely happy with this. Mountain King should be very playable though, thanks to Moonwells and the Ancient of War creeping. Beastmaster as a summoner hero can always be nice, especially if you go for timing pushes, and an additional free unit is also always nice to have. Plus, I think it's rather lucky for FoCuS that he's not that squishy with his hero, because Stormbolt, as we've seen, can annihilate a lot of people and heroes, and the Beastmaster is rather sturdy. So we'll see about that. We've also seen Hippogriff Riders, since both heroes are ground only. This might work to a degree. Hey. Little fumbly bumbly here, huh? But Ancient of War creeping. Wow, that's some good usage. TH not doing that. FoCuS with advanced creeping. That's sexy. Isn't Beastmaster garbage in Mirror? Not really. I mean, there is Wisp Detonate and maybe Dryad Dispel, but the Bear is so squishy that it's not really feasible. Bear is really good against archers. And then the element of mercenaries on top as well. And there's gonna be a lot of summons with that big potion. We got a priest, we got a murloc, we got this ogre mauler. That's also nice. With enough fires, very annoying to creep. TH going for merc. Man, I want the edited Rihanna version of this. Merc. Battle Golem can't be stunned. And Mountain King already level 3. Two powerful heroes, lots of mercs on both sides, FoCuS with an expansion, TH with an expansion. Who's the one to pressure? Also attack already. But FoCuS didn't invest that much into mercs, I feel. Does Bash pierce magic immunity? Yes. Passives are technically not magic, but rather an ability. And then you treat it as like an end snare. and not like a spell. We got the big bear, which I mean, it's not feasible to dispel against this at all. Clap against archers, pretty powerful. Interesting to see that we don't have Stormbolt at all. And this MK is taking quite a beating. TH... That really necessary? I guess so. Enraged Water Elemental. Is this the one that can bash? Invo Potion committed. Big claps. 2 bears at once. Yes, the Beastmaster bears are not Misha. They're distant cousins. We're clapping away. We're clapping and multi-killing away. But if there's a bash, Mountain King could be dead. Still, pretty sick attack. Huntress are coming in. Tier 2 Huntress transition and an expansion at the same time. That's crazy. Man, there's so much happening in this game. We got lots of kills, but Mountain King got the multitude of it. Unbroken Dark Weaver. Don't even know. Oh, Frenzy! Frenzy and Mountain King could lead to a lot of bashes. Holy! TH with the Mountain King is a sight to behold. Yeah, Cozy Ray regarding the bear. In the campaign, when you have Rexar and Misha, there's only one Misha. And there's never gonna be another Misha. I said yesterday, it is fascinating how Warcraft fans have so much love for a summon of a hero that can't talk. Because we all love Misha. So there's more character in Misha than there is in the entire Stormgate campaign. Which is fascinating because, as far as I know, they're done by the same person. Which makes it even more mind-blowing. But that's not the topic here. We got a Frenzy MK. And a Pit Lord. Pit Lord versus Archer is really good, but we got so many mercs that's really hard to evaluate. Who's on top now? We got tier 2 on both sides. We got 3 melee heroes, very rare to see. And the Howl, of course, to stop this push to a degree. Where are we in the game now? FoCuS goes Dryads. TH is going Lores as well. We got so many mercs though. Closing in on level 4.5 Mountain King. He could definitely need some heal. Bloodlust Mountain King with Bash and 2 gloves is so good. Happy had a Pit Lord with 3 gloves of haste and frenzy. That was also wild how much damage that did. We're taking to tier 3. This might be the first bear mirror in all the randoms that I see this year. Both really know the abilities of the spells really well and use them to their advantage. The pressure is off. FoCuS's main base survives. TH's Expo survives. This is by far the closest game we've had today. City Mask for a Beastmaster. More summons. Almost got the clap out. Yeah, there's no single target spell to disrupt, but there is Bash and Frenzy. But with the Dryads coming in, this Frenzy is unfortunately dispellable. So where are we now? Enraged Elemental on both sides. Beastmaster in trouble. FoCuS gotta get out. He has that tech advantage running for him. And Destromath is leveling. You all know what that means. He got the double Sobi Mask, which is basically endless mana for the Beastmaster, I'd say. And then he can keep up the summons on rotation. That's a big help. What's the mana rack? 1 per second, basically. There's more, right? 4, 21, 22. Yeah, it's 2 per second. Mountain King's so close to 5. You could argue with the double gloves, do you? Saliano, thank you. 2 years, mate. Much love. You could argue with the 2 gloves. You could go Bash. Bash is super sick. But, you know, clap against the Bears as well. Will it bite TH that he only has 1 hero? He got the web spinner. Zeppelin, Micro, and FoCuS aside. Unholy Aura is really nice to have. Yeah, TH is really the player to play solo hero. Really leaning into that. Super good to have the Zeppelin against the Mountain King and the crowd control. Pillow Star, thank you for the 4 months. Keep it in, keep it coming. It's so hard to predict what's going to happen now when you're FoCuS because a bash can hit you all the time. Mountain Giants. Okay. They aren't getting too affected by clap, I guess. What's that spider? That's our queen. That's our Nerubian queen. Unholy Aura, Chaos Damage, and some spells. Clap, 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 clap. A healer would be fantastic for FoCuS. I mean, bears kind of are. So far, the Mountain Giant transition didn't do anything. Pit Lord level 3. An absolute monster versus Dryads if he reaches. And with that change, I think you should definitely improve on your itemization. And put Claw, Circle, everything on the Pit Lord. You want the cleave. Another question here, how do you control the Mountain King? I guess the Beastmaster bears have to control the Mountain King. You know, fight fire with fire and fight bash with bash. Lich. Lich second, I'd say. I mean, it's a good orb carry. One of the best, actually. Battle Engine, let's go. Thank you for the 7 months.
Tolino on Tolino, Dono Coconut would be 2W item.
Yep, exactly. Slowly but steady, more and more mercs are becoming available. We still got Slow here, we still got Howl. But we are very range heavy, and it is a problem for FoCuS to engage. Because of TH's Dryad micro. And the slow of the Sludge Flinger. That really is a problem. TH's crowd control is a problem. Mountain King though, very, very hurt. We do have a step, the Lich bot, and with that the Mountain King can heal for free. So far no Mountain Giant. Supply even, Nova solid. Only the level 1 version though. It's not the end of the world. Oh, we got Carrion Swarm. More AoE on top of the AoE. We got 3 different sources of AoE. That adds up. And FoCuS, similar to yesterday, kind of resilient to go for heal scrolls. These bears are melting. TH plays an expert kiting game. FoCuS trying to break through now. The heroes are super duper mega low. You can't stay in that fight for much longer. Any nuke on the beastie? Can't reach. But FoCuS engaging into the choke here. He should be too much of a veteran usually to get lured into this. This is the perfect position if you have a Mountain King in range. I think TH playing smarter. This map. Mountain King is the vanguard. That's all the tanks he needs. He never overcommitted to bears. All these dryads also make it so FoCuS can't go chimeras. And MK5 is like
Players' forces are under attack.
good. Things can change in a bit though. If this Beastmaster gets level 5, his bear gets Blink. And for the past couple of fights, it was an issue for FoCuS to get a connection. With Blink, you can get that connection. And if you have some lucky bashes after that Blink, it's a whole different fight.
Town is under siege.
This is what FoCuS has to work towards. TH also gets a third base up. Level 6 MK. Oh, goes for it immediately. Look at that. We got the big Furberg, Ursa, Warrior. Tons and tons and tons of damage as chaos damage. Open battleground. No choke. This might be beneficial for FoCuS. If the kiting game is not on point. We still got the staff. We still got a mana potion. Reju on top of that MK. So sweet. Clapping away all these bears, all these mercs. Wreck. Lich is leveling like crazy. He has surpassed the Pit Lord already. And that Pit Lord is not getting a foot on the ground here. No. This is very likely to be a win. And it is. FoCuS taps out. TH with another win. 2-1 for the 3X. We are one map away from the rematch of Happy versus TH for the third time this tournament. Blade Master Orc. Ooh, with mirror image. Kinda deadly. Mountain King again. This time on FoCuS' side. Yeah, we play this. No reroll. We play this. How good is... And he's going Windwalk. Really?
Players' forces are under attack.
What? Oh ho ho! I thought, why is the pop-out bugged? They were both standing at the same time, but it just took some time. Whew. For everybody who don't know what just happened, grunts around, obviously, you saw that. If you go into Windwalk, you don't have collision size, so you can, in Windwalk, move to the same position the grunt is on, and then when you get out of Windwalk, you assume a position once again, and if that's the same position as the grunt gets popped to a different place. Usually that works instantly, but not this time. That's a solid situation for TH, I'd say. This Null Overseer still takes some time. Blade Master, last hit. Stormbolt too early. Ooh, so close. It was actually the precise moment for that Stormbolt. And with that, FoCuS might be getting that expo. Or the Blade Master and Grunt are both getting trapped. Yeah, if you create a little space as the human and don't tightly surround the unit, and if there's space for the Blade Master, then both are trapped. That is correct. Classic human versus orc game in all the randoms so far. Very, very, very passive focus. And TH is trying to find and poke holes, and there is no wall off. Blade Master can just enter. But then you might also get trapped here. At some point, you gotta counter expand or all in. Maybe FoCuS is gambling with the second hero. Worked out beautifully in game 2 with Dark Ranger. So far, I'd say it's a different approach than what anyone else is doing. If you roll a Blade Master, it's usually mirror image for creeping. And just like that, we end up on 0 XP Blade Master. TH is controlling this... FoCuS is controlling this rather weak. Rather well. Jesus! Yeah, Walker as well. EH. You want Spirit Link against Stormbolt, I guess. As long as the Mountain King is not level 3, he's not really a threat. That's the thing, man. My brain is so hard-coded. I see a human, I see an orc, I see TH and its FoCuS, and it's just an automatic connection that FoCuS is the orc and TH is the human. But that's of course false. Nice little steal here. This is also annoying. There was a corpse lying around, so the flesh eater is using Cannibalize.
A player's forces are under attack.
And no steal. And now we change roles. Mountain King is the one to harass. He got a TC. Well, usually they say Orc isn't that great in all the randoms, but if you get the Orc heroes... Orc heroes are pretty sick late game.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, we got human heroes on the human side and orc heroes on the orc side. Usually, you'd like to pair the Blade Master with the Shadow Hunter for all the support and disable. Get a bit of disable here as well. And a TC with Wave is pretty damn great to raise buildings. It feels like this all the calm before the storm, but the storm is brewing as we get the Mountain King 3. And a little bit of an attack, but this is a lot of mana gone. Going for the Arcane. Okay, that works. With a little bit of magic coming in. But... what does this really do? I'm a bit confused about this timing by TH. He's popping out the radar. Spirit Link reapplied. No speed scroll pop just yet. He needs another Windwalk to save the TC, but he doesn't have the mana for it anymore because he was standing under the Arcane Tower the entire time. Level up for the Storm. This might be TC saving as he got the scroll and gets out with murder. Okay. That was good. That did way more than I thought. But as a human, you want to rotate out of footmen anyway. You replace them by knights and griffins and walkers. And the tier 3 timing is approaching. And then again the age-old question, what does an orc do against griffins?
A player's forces are under attack.
Now you'd love to have the footman from prior to the fight? I don't think you do enough damage in 12 seconds here. Or do you? No, you don't. Big tier 2 army for FoCuS. No, for TH. See, it happened again. Big tier 2 army for TH. And we're waiting for the mass production. Triple Griffin Aviary. And 2,200 gold. This should be FoCuS's game. He played this extremely careful, extremely passive. And FoCuS needs 2 minutes to only get to tier 3. Heroes are not overwhelming. Mirror Image is not skilled. And Shockwave isn't skilled. This is not a great setup for TH, not gonna lie. If you get a surround, that's nice. Triggers an invo potion soon. If you get high level Blade Master, retrain to Mirror Image, and get an Orb of Lightning, a Blade Master can solo a lot. He was waiting through the entire 7 seconds of an invo potion. Still forced the TP. There was 500 gold gone. And FoCuS also got Pillage, but now the first Griffins are here. How do you counter this? Bats first, and bats are efficient until we get higher armor values. But I'm pretty damn sure FoCuS is gonna get a lot of... yeah. First armor already cute. Already cute. He's a bit short on lumber, and he doesn't have a shredder. He does have double lumber upgrade and 13 lumber workers. That should work out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ooh, FoCuS. He could transition into Bloodlusted Wyvern if TH gives him time. Cement upgrade is coming out as well, otherwise Griffins can just wreck the base single-handedly. This is so timing dependent now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ah, FoCuS gives him time. Jesus. Sorry, this is way too hard. So I'd say you need at least 6 bats if you're TH. In the meantime, you go Bloodlust and transition to Wyvern. Sorry, something is... What? Invo potion? I guess he had to use one consumable, right? Ah, that's unfortunate. Rotating out grunts for a better army. FoCuS is still incredibly passive, but we got the big birdies. Map looks awesome. I know, right? Devil's Forest is a beautiful map. Also, the combo of lava and grass is class. Yeah, the birdies looking for peons, looking for burrows. Second Blade Master. Okay, we got Mirror Image now. Always the problem with 2 Blade Masters. Both want items really, really, really bad. And we don't even have good items for 1 Blade Master. At least with Mirror Image and then an Orb, you can get more anti-air. Lin in 1-on-1 played Blade Master third on maps like Twisted. I feel like FoCuS's creeping was quite solid. Now we get Witch Doctors. Not Bloodlust. Okay. Oh, Clap and Impale is sick. That would be another reason to go for Wyvern. Because Crypt Lord and Mountain King both can't hit air. Nor can they spells. We got a first orb. Bans! Oh my! That was good damage, but wasn't enough. I don't think so. The Blade Master's got a carry now. One hasn't skilled crit, nor does he have an orb. And these spells, they decimate the ground. Oh my god, do they decimate the ground. Way too crazy. Ankh triggered, Blade Master hacking away. TH did some damage, but where are the reinforcements? You need more bats, brother. You need more bats. Blade TC on the ground can control the Crypt Lord and the Mountain King quite a bit, but he leveled up 1.5 levels. And of course, whenever you attack the Crypt Lord, you hurt yourself due to the spikes. That's the Blade Master down. Thankfully, just the small one. But FoCuS looks like forcing game 5 here. That wasn't enough bats. It was the classic flaw of FoCuS playing air units that he didn't split one bit. It was an invite to mass bats. But it wasn't enough bats. Now we go Wyvern against level 5 Mountain King and Crypt Lord. You gotta play air. There's no other way. But you also need Bloodlust. Without Bloodlust, Wyvern are too weak. And we get the third armor upgrades. Why is there 2 cooldowns? Because when we coded this, we never thought there would be 2 heroes of the same kind. And the API is not differentiating Blade Masters. They have the same ID. So, just ignore it. We need all the crits in the world. And the crits are getting stronger. Second Blade is back. But FoCuS is playing around economy. Nice. The Fountain. Nice. TH refuses to go Bloodlust, huh? Bloodlust would be so sick for Blade Masters as well. Going Witch Doctors, I think, is a huge mistake. Here are the birdies. Okay, can the Blade Masters carry this? Will we get 1,000,000 crits? Let's see about that. Well, we don't see much because vision is obfuscated, but it's not enough, man. He's going Raider Walker now. Why are you going Raider Walker against Clap 3, Impale 2, and Griffins with Stormhammers? Am I missing something? Does this make any sense to anyone? Let him cook. I mean, Spirit Link on Wyvern is nice. So that's a solid reason. But the Witch Doctors, like, why? Let's go, everybody. This is looking tremendous for FoCuS. The levels are crazy. The heal scrolls are great. The ground is getting eviscerated. Heal ward actually kind of nice, but FoCuS targets it down expertly. So, chat said let him cook. Is that enough? Is that enough cooking? Should I get this off the stove or? I don't need to cast this. I can win from here on out. FoCuS in A-click territory. The only chance is the blade, I guess. But without items, man. Without items. Not sure. Well, I got one griffin. Okay. They have 3 armor upgrades, by the way. Level 6 on the Mountain King. He actually gets the Crypt Lord. Mountain King kinda hurt. Crypt Lord dies with a big Invo potion. Keck. But yeah, 3 bases, 6 and 4. 1-3 griffins with the upgrade for 2-3. And TH's main is running out. Man, TH looked lost here. With Orc.
Player's forces are under attack.
All you can do is pimp the blade. Second orb of lightning. And a lot of items, but it's only a ring, man. He can't get the damage. Okay, nice snipe. Rip Echo. I mean, this is a little bit like Phantom Lancer to a degree at this point. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. That DC got deleted. Very, very, very well-deserved victory for FoCuS. He's at 80 food. He's at 800 gold. He's on 3 bases. He killed a hero again.
A player's forces are under attack.
You know, look for silver linings and all. I'm trying really hard to find a win condition, and TH couldn't find it either. It's game. And it's 2-2, and it's game 5. Let's go. One deciding map for the grand final. But there's nothing really atrocious. Blade Master for TH, Keeper for FoCuS. Okay, Summons and Entangle, really good. I mean, they can be dispelled. And TH wakes up the creeps. This is important because there's a lot of Blood Mage here. Blood Mage? Bloodlust. Blade is coming in. TH again with Windwalk. Archer here as well. How much damage can you do? There is potential for a lot of damage here. First Footman down already. These worker kills hurt and very, very aggro TH. We cannot re-roll now anymore, of course, as things have clashed. Very powerful. Very, very powerful start for TH. But for how much longer? The Ogre is still here. The Archers as well. What's the follow-up for TH though? No expo yet. No tech yet. Last hit. Mega big Ring of Region. Look at that. XP goes to FoCuS. Item goes to TH. A beautiful, beautiful item. And now it's a keeper without Entangle and without mana. What's TH cooking up though? 4 archers into tech. He's floating resources like crazy. He could tech like a minute ago. Is he forgetting about the tech? No. Yeah, he is. Oh my god. That's so unnecessary late. So unnecessarily late. Alright, pimp the blade now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, that was just overwhelmed by multitasking, I think. Cloak. Okay. FoCuS, you played a similar game before. A solid defensive position. Opening up the mercenary camp now. TH not in position to threaten this. This is a big camp. Rip Makrura. Whip turtles. No, whip turtles. Expo and tech started so fast. That's a 5-minute tech. Despite the footy and worker losses. Rule of thumb. When you expand, 6-minute tech is okay. 6-minute tech is kinda the average. 5-minute tech is mental. Centaur on top. Rune bracers. Bad drop here, but level 3 at least. On both sides though. FoCuS versus Happy this tournament we haven't seen. Between TH and Happy it's 1-1 in series.
Players' forces are under attack. The town is under siege.
Not gonna lie, TH in a bit of a chokehold, and he got a weasel out of it.
Forces are under attack.
Double Blade Master. Oh, snap. That's really bad. 2 times in a row we see a double Blade Master. What are the odds? Of course, 1 Blade Master is amazing. He gets the items, he gets the progress, he does the high level crits. But without items, the Blade Master is just bad. And you want support. You need some healing, some stun, something. Debuffs, buffs, anything. Well, he gets a claw +8 right away, as if this is a sign. And again, mirror image crit, windwalk crit. Ah, am I seeing double? No, you're not. What's the best same hero combination? I think Mountain King is up there. Nice surgical strike by FoCuS. Dude, this guy was in round 1 of the lower bracket. And he might go all the way through the lower bracket. As he is in control. He's waiting for his tier 3. He's once again banking a lot. I feel like a couple of lumber issues might come his way. But he also invested into the tier 3. He invested into a workshop already. Is that the only one? Double workshop already. And there's no AoE. And this was a sweet, sweet, sweet delay. Oh, 2 Tinkers. Oh, 2 Tinkers. Sick indeed. 2 Alchemists is also really good, I think. Even though the Acid Bomb doesn't stack. But Heal Spray. Oh, would Heal Spray? I don't know actually. Small little push. Warden. Okay, at least the Warden isn't great either. It's probably one of the worst draws, but there's tanks now. How do you even deal with that? So far, it looks like TH has unreasonably great success with this push. Because FoCuS doesn't have a fighting army, he only has the heroes. Huh? What? This Warden's dead. What the? We got the tanks here though. Ancients of War finishing. Can you hold here? The Keeper is almost dead as well. Mass repair. And now the Blade Masters is still in the base. He has a TP. Is this a 1-for-1 trade? No, he just uproots. There's a tree here too. Bears are coming. Massive damage to FoCuS's economy. I have no words for this. There's still a chance. But it's soon to be 2 base, 1 base. And we got bears now. And this is walled off. It's not that easy for the tanks to go to the Tree of Eternity. We're building walls here. But TH is losing some production, which is pretty annoying. If he gets 2 of these tanks, the pressure is off. You can't play... It's over. TH wins. I looked it up. It's not a disconnect. FoCuS had like 10 workers left and was on 1 base. TH is in the final of a major tournament in 2025. That was the mother of throws.